United States has an affordable housing crisis that could end if the government would allocate the funds in the federal budget appropriately. How many are affected or know someone affected by rent or mortgage costs being higher than you can afford? Currently, the political leaders would rather handle issues such as tax reform and the Health Care Act versus the affordable housing crisis in America. I found the United States has the funds to end this crisis if the funds were redistributed in the federal budget. Today, I would like to take a look at the affordable housing crisis in America and how the government has the power to end it. If you look closely here, I have a chart, and on this chart, it has percentages and numbers. And as in the duration of my speech, I just want you to pay attention to those percentages and numbers. This crisis has taken its toll on America with issues such as homelessness, soaring rent, record level student loan debt, and a decline in the national home ownership. The affordable housing crisis impacts impoverished communities, increasing low-income percentage points. Your total household income, out of your total household income, only 33% of that should go towards housing, rent, or mortgage. But in most cases, we pay 50% or above in our total household income towards rent, mortgage. In 2016, nearly 21 million families paid rents considered unaffordable under federal standards. More than 83% of renter households with annual incomes under $15,000 were considered cost burden. Even the death toll of homelessness individuals are on the rise as affordable housing crisis intensifies in the West Coast cities. In the Silicon Valley, Santa Clara County, the number of homeless people that died on the streets was up 55% from 85 deaths in 2015 to 132 deaths in 2016. Minorities are among the ones affected by the housing crisis. A large percentage of those who occupy low-income or public housing are minorities. I believe that our government can reverse the affordable housing crisis that has deeply affected our nation. According to the federal spending budget, which is located here on the chart that I've shown here, in 2015, the government allocated $3.8 trillion. The largest amount of this money was spent in three different areas. Social Security, unemployment, and labor received $1,275.7 million, which was 33% of that budget. Medicare and health funding was $1,051.8 million, which is 27% of that budget. 16%, $609.3 million was spent on the military. I believe the U.S. government has the power to change this crisis. The unemployment rate would decrease by creating jobs in America and increasing the minimum wage amount. Health funding can be decreased with health care reform by focusing on preventive health care, decreasing funding to the big farm or the pharmaceutical companies, ensuring that money is spent appropriately when training our soldiers during the time of peace in America.
That's right.
There was a proposal of a renter's tax that was introduced or written by Sarah Kimberlin. The proposed would be delivered through a tax code and will reach a broad segment of renters with housing cost burdens. The credit would average about $2,059, raising poverty by 12.4 percentage points and the deep poverty state by 8.8 percentage points. Higher levels of funding for the Section 8 vouchers can also ease the rental cost burdens borne by so many families. I also believe that the increased sales of manufactured homes and rebuilding our now torn down mobile home communities. In closing, and I say this because I am in the industry of housing, and there are many that I turn down daily because you cannot afford to reside where I work. America has a very serious issue that needs to be addressed. It's a crisis in America called affordable housing. The place that we call the home of the free and the land of the brave. Let's put an end to homelessness and the housing crisis that has impacted our nation.